Hello and welcome back to Amusements of Rapture. Today I'm gonna continue my Canada learning series, starting off with a learnable Canada. So I was trying to find a major Beja learnable map. They usually make really good learnable maps, major Beja, but I couldn't find one for Canada. There doesn't appear to be one, so I'm using another one instead. Thankfully, this doesn't have too many metas. I'd rather learn less metas and remember them than just be flooded by metas that I forget, you know? Some of the maps for Canada seem to have like 200 metas or something. I'm not interested in that many, you know? But this is anywhere from beginner to intermediate. This map. Let's get straight into it and try and figure out what the meta is. I think it's these. They're supposed to have like a pyramid shape on the top. Can't remember where or which state. These trident poles are interesting. Don't know if they're regional. But yeah. Where could this be? Thinking more east. Could it just be Ontario? What makes sense with the road angle? Something like that. Don't know. Okay. These wooden posts with the pyramid on top I found in Newfoundland and Labrador. Occasionally you can spot them on standalone posts and signposts as well. Okay, good to know. Next one, we actually have places, and we have an Alberta bollard. We have May River, Steen River, and Meander River, 3 rivers. If I try and look at the lakes' names, no. Yeah, they're place names. How high would this be? Let's have a look around. A little north, I guess. Doesn't look like the Montana border, that's for sure. May River. Where are you? Also Steen and Meander. Don't know if I'm going to waste too much time. Mariana? No. Meander. Yeah, don't know. Let's just check a road angle. Up here somewhere. Oh, well, I've got the road anyway. Meander River's there. Steen River's there. Yeah, this was like really north, of course. So north, it's almost Northwest Territories. Alright, yeah. The Alberta bollard is something I know already. That's something you learn by master, I think, really. Most people know it. And what is the meta here? This transformer, is that facing the road? I can't quite tell. Ooh, at a 45-degree angle. That's supposed to be a thing, right? Isn't that a thing on Newfoundland? Yeah, I'm going to guess there. I'm always trying to guess places based on how remote they are, but a lot of Canada is remote, so awesome. But wait, it wasn't even about that meta. It was about fire hydrants, which I know are actually useful if you know them, but there seem to be so many fire hydrants. I guess this map will have like state fire hydrants. Like, yeah, this is for Newfoundland, but I've seen that there are like city specific fire hydrants, and yeah, it's amazing how many metas there are in Canada, honestly. I just want to learn some basics. The Newfoundland fire hydrant. They often have a diamond-shaped marker next to them. Interesting. Yeah. So are they always red and green like this? Is that what they're trying to say? Okay. Next one here. We have a sign. Manitoba sign, right? 201 and 218. Let's look for it. 201. Where is that? Pretty north. Does the coverage even go north? Don't know. Let's zoom in a bit. 300 to... What was it again? 201 and 218. Where's that? 265. Where's that? 24, 240. I guess, yeah, 201. It's quite close to the border. And 218. So one is west and one is east. 218 is west. Something like that. Are we there? Alright. Just along that. No worries. And the actual meta was the green and white striped sticker. I was so focused on the sign. You can sometimes find a green and white striped sticker on signposts in Manitoba. Okay. Quite a small one. I hope I can notice that in future. Green and white. Manitoba, yeah. Well, I guess I do think of Manitoba as quite a green place compared to the prairie states, other prairie states. Next one. Another trident pole. I should really check the Plunkett guide to see if tridents are a thing. Assuming this is the fire hydrant again. And we do have that like square or diamond next to it. What's different though this time is that it's not green and red. So I'm assuming they're different colours. Let's try Newfoundland again. I kept going west last time. I tried east and that worked. You know, there's more to the island than just the west. Port, how do you say that? Show? Yeah, it's this place here. Okay. We in the town. Can't get a road name, can we? Let's just click a neighborhood, really. Can't see any neighborhoods besides this one, really. Yeah, sure. Okay. 4999, I'll take it. It was just the other road. Fire hydrants in Newfoundland often have a diamond-shaped marker. Yeah. Alright, awesome. Okay, almost getting 20k there. That's decent. The only one was this where I went Quebec or Newfoundland. Yeah. All good. Let's go again. So, we have a maximum sign here. Okay, but that's French, right? That's supposed to tell me Quebec, I'm assuming. Any other Quebec matters here? Array, yep. Okay, does that say the place? Don't know. But I guess I'll just click Quebec City. Yep. And it was Montreal. Okay. So the stop signs, I think the most important one I've got to remember is the Ontario one, because that's got this black strip at the bottom. Whereas the BC one doesn't have that. It still has the kilometer an hour letters at the bottom there. Yeah. And just a maximum is all over. Okay. Next round. Ooh. Very rural. Very snowy. And we have these diamond things again, the wooden posts. So were they saying they are Newfoundland Labrador? Maybe I could go more north this time. These trees are interesting. Yeah. Going over some water. Let's line up an angle here. Yeah. Somewhere along this road? Yeah, it was that road. Cool. The main road. So again, Newfoundland and Labrador. These pyramid type things. Awesome. Next round. Let's go. Round 3. Interesting poll there. We've got no play. So no play is Quebec, Sask, Alberta, right? At least the main ones. That looks like French. Okay. I'm sure that's a regional fire hydrant. Well, it was only really today I properly learnt about the fire hydrants. Maybe I passed over it before, but yeah, it's interesting the clues you can pick up and learn. You know, the types, usually it's the poles or the cars or the road or the architecture, but fire hydrants, yeah. Yeah, I can just see myself looking at a fire hydrant in Future Lake. Where's the city name? As if it's a bin with a city name. Sometimes they have them on. Anyway, we said no plate Quebec. Doesn't look like downtown of a city. Shall I just go Montreal outskirts? And this time it was even more north. It was the Quebec fire hydrant. Okay, that's what they were trying to teach on that round. You will often find these yellow fire hydrant markers. Did we see a yellow marker? It was like 5 seconds ago, but I've forgotten already. Great memory. In Quebec City, these markers will usually have a blue rectangle markers. Okay. It's too much information for me. I want to learn 1 or 2 fire hydrants, not any more than that, please. You will often find these yellow markers in Quebec. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Next. Let's see. Round 4. Ooh, these are Quebec too, right? These traffic cones, I think black and white are Ontario. Yeah. So, where in Quebec is this? I guess fairly north. Don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe the trees. Should we go up here? Any roads making sense? Okay, it's more by Quebec City. Yeah, it's definitely saying Quebec, the state, right? Not the city there. Cool. Good to know. Next round, last round. 114k. Pretty good, although I'm lost here. Oh no. The yellow, that's just Quebec again. Is this being Quebec, Quebec, Quebec? Any French? Can't see it. Okay, so it's not just about the colour of the fire hydrant or pattern on it, it's about the marker next to it. Huh. Well, yeah, I guess the markers are marking them, so people actually see where the fire hydrants are. Let's check this over here. Yeah, that's not facing the road. Quite a useful meta, that. Really narrows it down to New Brunswick or BC. NB or BC, which can look very distinct and awfully similar sometimes as well, which is frustrating. Yeah. I think I compare like really South Ontario and Quebec to what it would look like in New York, Vermont, etc. Like, does it look border? That's one way of getting a place. So Quebec. Gonna assume it's just Quebec City again. Outskirts. Okay, it's this city. The fire hydrants, yeah. With the yellow markers. Quebec. So, that is 18k, and it's like all the markers are in Quebec, but I never guessed the correct city. Don't know how to distinguish them really, but one was in Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay. Hopefully we can get some more variety on this next seed, although, am I seeing French already? Got small cam. It's great, this map has been updated. Wow, we've got a lot of transformers there. One is facing the road, right? But that's also not. So I don't know what to do with that. It's kind of like you learn a meta and then it gets out-meted by another meta that's also regional. So, yeah. Being good at this game seems to be if you can be a good judge of that stuff. Structube? What a name. Well, this is Quebec, isn't it? Just what city? Can I get the right city this time? Should we go here? Yeah, actually got the right city. I'll take that. Alright, just those traffic cones. Good to know. Well, I hope they're putting traffic cones everywhere in Canada just to help me out on this game. That would be useful. I think a meta I do like in Canada that I don't know if everyone knows is that with the road lines in Saskatchewan, you can get like a white line, a little white line like next to or on top of the yellow line. That's just a Sask thing. Haven't seen it yet. Don't know if it's on this map, but useful one. Yeah, this is a harder one. Mile marker there. I think these are regional. But good luck to me, because I think they're all kinds of different green and green combinations. I think one is green and white. That's why it's shown here. You know, it's like a unique one. Gonna assume Ontario, but not very sure. Is it the Trans-Ontario Highway? I forget the name, but you know, it's one of these roads or both of them. Quite a distinct road, you know, like the coverage isn't everywhere in Canada. Yeah, shall I try on that road? It's going pretty much south-north. Where would it be going south-north? I guess down here? Or even... one of these. They're all going south-north. Could it be south-north, like somewhere wild over there? Who knows, really? South-north. And yeah, it's over there, south-north. That feels like the main road. I should just click that. Anyway, Ontario kilometre markers have a white square at the bottom. There it is, the white square. So the others, yeah, they are different, but they look so similar that would be hard for me to remember. I mean, is that the Saskatchewan there? That's kind of like horizontal, like a short Mexican license plate or something. This one, the Ontario one, has a white bottom to it. Okay, fantastic. Next round. Speaking of Ontario, this is Ontario, right? This maximum sign. It's not the BC one. Don't get confused with that. And should I just go downtown? What a name over there. I think I'll just go downtown Toronto here. Is that wrong? Could it be another city? Who knows? Yeah, could be another city. It was Ottawa. But got the state again. Yeah, maximum signs. Useful. Next one. Think this is a Quebec thing. These reflectors can be green on the guardrails or red on the guardrails, like this one. Yeah. Christmas colours. I thought that was an Ontario pole there. It's not. Alright, Quebec. We're in Quebec. Quite south. I don't know. It's not feeling north. Famous last words. Like fields. Where should I go? Sherbrooke. Was Quebec just way up there? Yeah. Wow, there are fields like that up there. Good to know. And yeah, I already knew this meta, so let's move on. Next one. I think we're on planet Earth. I think we're in Canada. Poles. Ooh. I'm like, is this doing the Sask thing where they alternate? Alternating Sask poles. Yeah, so we've got like 2 reflectors on the left, 2 reflectors on the right, 2 on the left. Okay, I thought they were talking about the bars here alternating, but that's easier to remember if it's just the insulators. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is Sask. And we've got snow. Is that a thing? Maybe that's the thing they want to talk about here. It's a little hilly, but I don't know where it's a little hilly. Yeah. Okay, more south. Wow, it's a little hilly there. Will make sense because Montana is hilly. White triangles on signposts. Okay, we've got another back of the signpost meta. White triangles. That's Sask. Got it. Cool snowy round there. 14k. I mean, did I get the state every time? Let's check. That's what I want to aim for. Yeah, and I did, even though that was border. It's so funny to me on the learnable maps where they're like trying to teach you about a state, but they go like border or something, you know, something way out of the way. But yeah, nice one. Should we do one more? Let's do one more. Can we learn something? Ooh. I was trying to check for my Sask white lines there, but I don't think it's there. What is the learnable meta here? Is it Sask again? Let me just check these. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Yeah, okay. It's good I can actually recognize these now. They do look different to the last Sask poles though, don't they? You know, this has a wider, these poles are wider, or supports I should say. Is this Sask? Famous last words. Is it more north in Sask? Yeah. Let's go up here. Okay, yeah, pretty decent. Alternating insulators, yeah. Good one to remember. So that just doesn't happen in other places, no? Fair. Ooh. And we just had this, didn't we? That's also Sask, right? Am I wrong? Well, it wasn't Manitoba or Alberta, and this looks plainsy. So, yeah. 2. The 2. Well, that's a 2 there, and this is a 2. It's going all the way north from very far south. I think this is pretty south. This is looking like, yeah, North Dakota or something. So, are we at an intersection? Just about. Well, it's not that one. The 2. Here's the 2. Who knows? Okay, wait, it was up there. Place called Amazon, place called Simpson, place called Allen Hills, South Allen, Drake, Etters Beach. Yeah, amazing names. Signposts in Saskatchewan can feature these white triangles. Okay, yeah. I think in terms of my memory, color is very important. So, like, yeah, white, Sask, because it's like plainsy and the fields can look white. Quebec, like green and red, because I'm just thinking more Christmas trees. You know, these kind of patterns of things I'll remember better, hopefully. Alright, next round here. So, I think that's French. That's definitely regional. Just gonna assume that's Quebec. Yeah, definitely seeing French there. That is to the side, not facing the road. That adds up. Plates is a good one. No plates, yeah, that adds up too. Are we seeing those green and, yeah, we are seeing those green and red Quebec. Reflectors. More south. Some Quebec poles, oh wow, have recognizable pole tops with insulator rods that are angled slightly upwards. Maybe I picked that out before. Yeah, they look quite different like that, stretching their arms out. Okay, have we had any BC? Maybe there were very, very few BC rounds on this learnable map. Stop array, so this is just a Quebec map, isn't it? Quebec overload. No plates. We're in a suburban area. It's just Montreal, Quebec City. Oh, Is that facing? Maybe I'll just ignore that. But should I? No, we've got the stop array signs. Oh! Stop signs with both stop and array are most commonly found in NB. Okay, New Brunswick. That is useful. So both stop and array. That was a unique sign. Got it. Alright. Stop and array in New Brunswick. Alright. Last one here. That is facing the road, I think. Does that put us in? Oh no. This is what I mean. Like, I can't tell if this is New Brunswick or BC. Like, yeah, it doesn't have like those really tall BC trees, but it could, like, right around the corner, you know? Oh. We have a red. Now, my memory is fading already. It's very, very hot here in the UK. Red, like, markers next to them. That was like a... Was it Newfoundland? This is throwing me off. I can't tell what that is. Well, it's like the angle that I am means I can't properly see the angle of that. That's facing the road, right? Which is good for New Brunswick. I guess I've got to trust that. Maybe I'm going against that. And yeah, it was New Brunswick. I just shouldn't not trust that. The Transformers, okay, but yeah, that wasn't the meta. I was thinking about the fire hydrants. Oh, it's funny. The clues are funny. But yeah, that was Quebec guessr, really. That map. But if you watched this far, thanks so much. I'm learning some stuff about Canada. See you in the next episode. Alright, take care, all the best. Love you. Bye bye.